Now, let's take a recap. I mean, we've seen industrial activities. We've seen the effects on farmlands. We've seen wildfire. So what is a typical scenario in your country? Anybody can answer this? When it comes to climate mitigation, what's the typical scenario in your country? Kindly unmute and answer. Hello? I hope I'm not here alone. Hello?
Okay, maybe Anna, you raise your hand, you can speak.
Hello, I'm Anna. I'm from Armenia, and in my country, I can give the example of war, which has been ruining a lot of the nature in Armenia, and the big parts which were tourist attractions. The nature there is completely ruined because of the war. Now the part of the territory is with Azerbaijan, so that's a good example of what created pollution, I guess, in my country mostly.
Oh, great. So now I think I like this scenario you give. So political instability has resulted into conflict. And when there's conflict, there is a lot of pollution with maybe all these warfare materials, bombs and the likes. So this has resulted into pollution. I quite agree with you. And this has a major effect. And one of the effects is you have a kind of migration. Do you agree with me? Hello? Hello?
Maybe Anna.
Okay. Then let me move on. I was trying to link this to other effects, which I will show you later on.
We have Anna's hand as well from Rima.
Okay. Go on, please.
So Rima, you can.
Hi. In my country, due to deforestation, many things happens like not actually this scenario shown in the pictures, but it's quite different because due to deforestation, our lands are like it's landslide and then floods. Even in the urban area, it was not well managed, and then even the rivers are like it's like dumping site, not actual the river. So it's because of overpopulation and then deforestation and then urbanization. So there is a vast changes has come to the climate in our country, and I'm from Nepal. Yeah.
Okay, great. I mean, thank you for this example.
Thank you.
Yeah, urbanization, industrialization, these also have a lot of effects on climate issues. Okay, let's move on. Thank you for all these answers. Thank you. So let's move on. So if I may ask, so what are the main sources of CO2 emission? Anyone can answer this?
So yeah, Mika, you can.
One major emitter is usually the industrial sector. So, for example, the coal industry, or just generally the energy sector to produce energy is often linked to the usage of fossil fuels, and that emits carbon dioxide, which is very terrible. Another huge field is the farming industry, and especially if you look at the usage of water that is needed, also of energy that is being used. And one big problem there is that you need a lot of the big production of food for example animals that are then being killed for us to consume them, which is a huge field which emits a lot of CO2. And then just general transport. So, for example, fossil fuels that are being used for transportation, such as in cars, airplanes, ships, whatsoever.
Oh, great, thank you. So we also have from Tatevik. So she said industrial processes, Sabrina, fuel consumption, We also have natural resources such as forest, wildlife. Good. I mean, the main ones are transportation, energy sector, agriculture, and the like. So everything, and industrial sector. So, and burning of coal, yes, burning of coal is a major one. Thank you, Ibrahim Mohammed. Thank you. So, yeah. So let's move on. Let's move on. There's more to say. So, what are the interventions made by different stakeholders around the world? So, we've heard of COP27, COP20 this, COP25, COP, all the COP in this world, which means Conference of Parties. And they provided a framework which is designed by the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So where the major objective is to stabilize greenhouse gas concentration in the atmosphere at a level that would prevent dangerous anthropogenic interference with the climate system. So that was a major purpose of them having this COP. And they started in 1992 down to 2021. And recently we know that the COP27 just ended a couple of weeks ago in Egypt. So, and the way, I mean, this is still the same discussion that is ongoing. So, and you can see several actors, several places that this has happened. And the major points is to have an understanding amongst nations to help to reduce CO2 emission into the atmosphere. That's the key. Now, part of the climate change mitigation that have been suggested so far, you have one is to improve energy efficiency by opting for renewable energy over fossil fuel. We have promoting public transport and sustainable mobility, like car sharing, using bicycle, and different ways, using biofuel for aviation and the likes. And also even reducing trips and different things that people have suggested. We also have promoting ecological industry, agriculture, fishing, and livestock farming, food sustainability, responsible consumption, and the 3 Rs, which is reduce, reuse, recycle. And the last one is by taxing the use of fossil fuel and CO2 emission markets. So these are some of the main climate mitigation strategy that you can find and which have been part of what this framework from the COP is focusing on.